Hi. So, you join me here today again at the same place, Walker's Dam. I'd show you outside, but guess what? It's raining. Who would have guessed that? Huh? So, fingers crossed I catch some decent fish today. I've got a new ground bait mix / method feeder mix, so we'll see what that produces. Hopefully carp, because that's kind of what I'm going after. We'll see. I can see the line already tensioning up on the water. It's only slightly though. So yeah, I'll keep you up to date. Bear with me a second. Sorry about that. So I had a bite while I was texting away. I just had to speak to a new client basically and sort out what I'm going to be doing for her. I've already looked at the garden, priced up the rate. That's fine by me, but she wants a bit more work doing. Is that a duck or is that a fish? That's the question. That's a fish. Give me a moment, guys. I think I'm going to go running. False alarm. I mean, I can see the bobbin twitch, but it's only twitching, so more than likely it's just getting knocked. Don't run for the first bite, unless it absolutely goes screaming. Aye. So, let's see. Okay. Yep, so that's all sorted. New client. Yay! Surprisingly, my client base is kind of building up fairly rapidly, and it's the back end of the year, so I'm just waiting now to see what it'll be like come 2020. Hopefully, fingers crossed, things build just as fast, and I can basically fill up 10 days every fortnight. If you wonder why I'm going silent, it's because I'm watching what my other rod's doing at the moment. Shit. I think this hook length might be a bit too short. Maybe. Possibly. I'll tighten that one down a bit. I made these hook lengths yesterday, and I was having a bit of problems keeping the size kind of uniform. And as I was saying prior to me really getting interrupted by a fish, these bite alarms are not very sensitive. So what I'm finding is I'm actually seeing the line move, and the bite alarm's not even going off. It's moving, but it's not moving. That makes sense. It's not moving because the boilies have gone in the carp's mouth. It's moving because the fish is wafting over the over the actual bait. So that's the key thing when it comes to carp fishing. What I've found out anyway. And I've only found that out, this not from actually fishing myself, but from watching the videos of actually fishing how they behave underwater, is carp are extremely easy to spook. So, you can't just leave it out there for, 5 minutes and then bring it back in. Got to leave it out there a little bit longer when it comes out of carp, because they're a bit on the spooky side. And if you spook them, they won't come back. Well, they will come back, but it takes a long time. Am I babbling? Of course I'm babbling, highly babble. So, we'll get this back out. Give it another 5 minutes on that method feeder. And if I don't get any knocks or bites, I'll bring it in and rebait it. Go from there. At least that's the plan. Again, bear with me while I go and cast out. Okay, so what you didn't see there is I actually got another fish. Well, a fish. First fish at day. I landed myself a little bream. No joke, I literally casted it out for about a minute, and then it will pretty much taken straight away. I'm going to rejig these boilies, I think. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Never mind. Carp, I'll have it. Wasn't what I was trying to do, lads. Never mind. That's what carps do. Carps eat them. Why am I doing that? What am I doing here? Apart from losing plot. Wrong one. Not what I'm after. Dingbat. I'm after this one. I'm going to change the uplink. As this one's too much slack and the boilies keep popping off. So, how's everybody doing anyway? Like I say, it's been a while on it since we last spoke, but you know what I'm like. And if somebody left me a comment on my last video, I never saw it. I'm sorry. I'll have a look later and see what's on there. Right, I'm going to go change this hook link. I'm going to put some new boilies on. I'm going to get this flung back out, and then I'm going to get the other one rebaited and put that back out as well. And I will let you know when I catch a big fish. It kind of rained a bit. Yeah, so it started raining quite heavily, and started having a lot of problems with my line. Every time I tied it up, it'd get bloody stuck again on the end of the rod. And then the bait would drop off. So yeah, it's been raining a tad. But Ash has just woken up, so he says he'll be there at about 10:30. Hold that thought. Like to say, here's the fish. Yeah, I'd like to say here's the fish, but I missed it. Not new, I suppose. I don't know if you can hear the rain or see it, but it is bouncing. You can probably see it on the water, but it's bouncing off. Ducks are alright though, they're loving it. There's one thing I'm missing. It's causing me issues, so you'll have to bear with me a second, because I can't see properly. There's too much glare, and I can't properly see what's what on the water. I can't see the lines properly. I so miss the ability to stream. Well, it seems like a small one, but it wasn't to me, because it made my life easier, and then I didn't have to edit the video afterwards. And just turn the record on, let it do what it's doing. That's better. And made my life easy. And then YouTube decided that I'm not eligible, because YouTube don't care about the creator anymore. The only thing they care about is the revenue. I like Google, don't get me wrong, but I think what they're doing when it comes to what they've done with YouTube anyway is completely wrong. I mean, the whole reason for the platform originally was to make it accessible to everybody, so that new creators could create stuff, and it was made easy for the creator. Now everything's money, 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 and the creator comes last. Bear me a second. There's a mess again. It's getting a bit baity in here. Bugger off, you goose. I've got to set up 2 seats in this tent, which is always a laugh. Oh well. It's gonna be fun, I suppose, when you get to see it. I could really do a 2-man tent, but this will have to do for now. I'll get a 2-man at some point. Right, I'll keep you up to date. So, I'm actually tying up a new rig, so I thought I might as well show you what I'm doing. So I've got some £6 test. Put it over. Use the line tie tool to make a loop. Wet it. Pull it tight. Back off, and then that gives you a tiny little loop for the hair. Take some scissors and snip off the excess. Got to present the bait nicely. So you've got a tiny little loop. Got a size 10 hook. Tiny little thing. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through the back. So the back of the shank. In fact, because I want it a certain size for the certain boiler, I'm going to do something else prior to doing this. I'm actually going to set it up with the boiler. It sounds a bit odd, but there's a reason behind it. I do this and get the exact length that I want for this particular boiler, because it's what I'm going to be using. I've got other rigs set up for a quick change if I want to change for a bigger boiler later, but I want to just use these tiny little ones at the moment. So, take a bait stopper or a boiler stop. Tiny little thing. I'll put that on my leg for now. I'm going to get the boiler that I want to use, which is a tiny little 12mm boiler. It's a pop-up. Prod it through the centre with a bait needle, like so. Feed the bait needle through the little hook that you made. Push the boiler on. Take the bait needle out. Get the boiler stopper and then pull it tight so the boiler is on the rig. You can see it. And now I'm going to feed it through the hook, and this is going to allow me to get the exact length that I wanted. And you feed that through the hook, pull it up nice and tight, and that way you get the exact length that you want on the boiler. You see? So I'm going to pull it down to there, and now I'm going to wrap. This is what they call a knotless knot. All you're doing is just wrapping your line around, keep everything nice and tight. And now you're going to go back through, but you're going to go from the front to the back this time. So pulling that nice and tightly, get your fingers out of the way. And what you don't want is this, you don't want where it's like making a knot, because that doesn't help matters, trust me. So I'll just quickly take that out, like so, and then pull that down. And now we've got that rig set up exactly where you want it. So on the other side now, again, a tiny little hoop. I'm going to pull it a bit further down, I think. So, loop on your finger, use the tool again to make a new loop. This will go on the actual line itself. And there's a reason why I don't show you how to do things, because I'm really crap at showing people how to do things. Again, cut the excess off. Helps when the line's tight, but so put the excess aside for a second, and there we go. It's one boiler rig. Now I'm going to take the boiler off so I can thread it through. Bet you thought I forgot about that, didn't you? Nah. Set the boiler where I want it, and that way it's sorted. Now I've got to find the goddamn end. Where'd that go? Ah, shoot. Got it. So, I now fed that through the swivel. Everyone's got their own way of threading through a swivel, so I'm not going to show you mine. Like I say, everyone's got their own different way of doing it. And I've lost the pig in boiler, not to worry, I've got loads more. I did what a lot of anglers do without realising. I went to the shop and spent a lot more than I wanted to spend. It happens. So that's that on there. Take the boiler shit up. Put that nice and tight, and that one's that set up. So that is pretty much ready to go. Just got to put some bait in the actual feeder and then cast it out. And then I've got the other one to set up. Bit of extra line, don't really need that, so I'll put that in there, ready to go in the bin. If you can, guys, remember when you go fishing, if you brought something with you, take it away. Unless it snags somewhere and you can't get to it. I'm not expecting you to dive into the water trying to retrieve some line that you're never going to be able to find. What's that? Shut up. Oh, there's that boiler. Oh. Alright, cover those up. Get some of that ground bait. Ow! Just twanged myself. Right. Now we have to set up the actual bait itself. So when you're doing these, you want to make sure that it sticks together but breaks off. Not easily, but it does break off. If it's too wet, you've got problems. If it's too dry, you've got problems. So I put a little bit in the bottom, like so. That through the top, nice and buried. Again, some more covering that boilie up, and then we take the actual rig, put the rig into the mould, squeeze nice and tightly, and then pops out. Everything's inside and ready to go. Look who actually turned up.
What?
Say hi to the viewers.
What's this, Steve?
My YouTube channel.
Alright.
Say hi.
Hi.
He's camera shy, I think, bless him.
What you were doing?
So, yeah, I've got both rods out again. I've got same places pretty much. I've took away the holders for the actual bobbins. I'm just letting the bobbins slack line, well, tighten the line up, which is, it's helping me sort of. It's a win-lose situation. Come on, scream. Yeah. It's a win-lose situation because it gives me more sensitivity, but if a big gust of wind picks up, it gives you false bites. But I've just had a knock on the boilie again. So I'll give that boilie about another 10 minutes and then I'll reel it in and clean it all up. Put a new some more ground bait on it, new boilie if necessary, and then cast that one back out. I keep getting small bream on the rod with the feeder, the maggot feeder. But sometimes I forget to. I don't forget. I just don't get there in time, and it comes off. So, like I say, give it another 10 minutes, and I'm going to clean that method feeder up. I can see the carp surfacing. That's basically what I'm going after today. I want a big, fat carp. I want one that at least gives me at least 1 minute of fight. Because right now the only ones that I've brought in are giving no fight at all. And yeah, most of them swim towards me, which is a very strange one. Usually fish try and swim away from the direction getting pulled, but anyhow. He's come here to chill out on me, and he just earphones in, he don't give a damn.
Yeah, but you know me, Dave. Know me too well.
Yeah, I do. That's why I bitch about you in pretty much every single video.
Yeah. Oh, is that what you do? I just found out.
Have you never watched any of my videos, Ash?
No, not really.
Shame.
Why have you enslaved me?
Oh yeah.
I like you do.
Every day, mate, every day.
Maybe.
Right, I shall keep you guys up to date and hopefully, fingers crossed, and toes if I can, catch a big carp. Well, that's the plan anyway. Well, oh, Ashley's gone now, so it's just me on my own again. I've caught 2 big bream. I'll put the pictures in now. As you can see, quite nice fish. It was Ashley that noticed it and told me to put it in that place, so it's like, fair enough, I'll give it a shot, and I've pulled 2 big ones out, which was quite nice. Still no carp, but hey-oh. I see him topping and everything, but I'm just not interested in what I'm offering. Mind you, it is one of those, it's a rainy day, so they don't feed as much. But hey. What I'll do is I'll sort of change baits in a minute. again. And go from there, I suppose. So yeah, it's been quite a nice day so far. It's now 1:30. I'm going to stay here till about 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then I'm going to go home. Go to the shop first, go home, put my feet up. Yeah, I'll keep you up to date, guys. I'm calling it a day. Absolutely drenched. Need toilet. I need to dry off. It's been a good day fishing though. Caught quite a few bream. No carp today, unfortunately, but a few bream. Again, I'll squeeze some photos in, I think. Anyway, I'm going to bid you guys farewell. Get off and go home and get dry. So, toodles.